Hello there guys, fellow YouTubers and subscribers. Welcome along to episode 142 of this FIFA 18 Burnley career mode, where Burnley are at home in our first match against Birmingham City, where we really do need the points. We need to take maximum points from both these games. So we start against newly promoted Birmingham, who are propping up the rest at the moment in the table. Then later on we take on Newcastle United away at St James's Park, and that's always going to be a very, very tough test. But it's to Turf Moor we go. Birmingham City is the game that we're going to be focusing on now. Just remember, we're now 6 points behind in the table, as you can see. Birmingham are actually not propping up the rest; they're actually a point off getting out of safety. So important, really, that we win today, keep the pressure, and keep Watford at harm's way, because we took on newly promoted Birmingham at Turf Moor. Welcome along to Turf Moor, sunny Turf Moor, where Birmingham City, newly promoted, who are in the bottom three at the moment, are the visitors. Burnley making a couple of changes, of course. Murray Gray out for suspension, but this is the debut. Trent Alexander-Arnold's going to take his place. He's playing a little bit further forward. He's signed from Barcelona, former Liverpool man, of course. But he knows the score here today. When they're bringing against a bigger team, I'm sure you'd put a much more experienced player in. So let's look through that Burnley side. It's the same goalkeeper in back four, Heaton in goal, Trippier, Piqué, and me and Robertson, the back four. Then Alexander-Arnold for his debut. Hughes, Wayne Rooney comes in, and Alex Iwobi comes in for Schürrle, who's rested. Ings and Balotelli continue up front. Bojan and Schürrle on the bench, along with Tammy Abraham and Dembele. What about newly promoted Birmingham City? A lot of people didn't give them a chance when they got promoted last night. So so Goddard plays in goal. Then it's Colin, Roberts, Harley Dean, and Keaton in the back four. Luca Biardo, Gleeson, Kefton, Belton, Perez, with Arp and Adams, Ched Adams up front, and amongst the substitutes, but young Vassell, of course, a relation to Darius Vassell, of course, who used to play for Birmingham's great rivals, Aston Villa. Referee today from Oxfordshire, Graham Scott, and we're just about ready for the start. Autumn sunshine here at Turf Moor. Burnley in claret and blue to get us underway. Birmingham in their blue shirts and white shorts. In the bottom three at the start of play. Trippier to Trent Alexander-Arnold. So Alexander-Arnold gets his shot away, and this time young Goddard behind the shot. This is Rooney. Hughes. Well, Hughes doing well here. That's his shot. Oh! Ho, ho, two of the week. He got a super goal against Shakhtar Donetsk on Wednesday night to put them right back in the Champions League hunt. And he's just scored an absolute pearler here to get Burnley the lead against Birmingham City. Picks the ball up here, getting onto that left foot, and he just curls viciously away from Goddard's despairing dive. Look at that, it looks as if it's going outside the post, and it curls back in at the last second. It's the inside of the post and goes rifling into the back of the net. What a tremendous start for Burnley with just 6 minutes on the clock. Hughes with another super goal. That's two in as many days for him, and Burnley already with an early lead against Birmingham. Well, that could really be it could be a very tough afternoon for the newly promoted side. As Bardio comes forward. Now Adams, Arp. It's going to be a throw into Birmingham. The theme song is actually keep right on until the end of the road. They will be on a very long road, and it may well not be in the end of the road. But here's Arp now, and a chance here for Birmingham. Oh! And Bayo with the shot, and that could have so easily been 1-1. Good response that from Birmingham. He wasn't far away, I can tell you that. Heaton's kick. Now Piqué. Trippier. Here's the scorer. Can't find Ings. Oh, and Adams has turned away now. Trippier in trouble, and Arp has fired over, and Birmingham here within what? 3 or 4 minutes have had 2 terrific opportunities, and Arp should have made it 1-1. Burnley not at the races since the goal from Hughes. Have just took their foot off the gas a little bit. And that's it. Oh! And another mistake. Adams! Saved by Heaton. Another terrific opportunity for Birmingham. That's 3 chances they've had in the game. And they should be level, maybe winning the game at this moment in time. Now Ings. And here's Alexander-Arnold. Now then, can Burnley punish them? Oh! Ings almost did. Well, it's end-to-end stuff now. Birmingham with 3 opportunities. Burnley have already got a goal in the bag and almost had a second one. Birmingham should have had 2 or 3 themselves. Been a terrific first half all in all for the first 20 minutes that we've been playing. Here's Goddard with the kick. Up. Trying to get Adams away. Me wouldn't be denied. Well be. Rooney. Hughes. Trippier. Burnley playing around a little bit more confidence now. Rooney couldn't find Balotelli. Ball threaded through, but Rooney got the deflection, and it falls kindly here for Burnley. And here's Ings. 2-0. Well, Birmingham punished for those 3 missed opportunities when they were only at 1-0. And with 27 minutes just over played, a little bit of luck there. Nothing wrong with that pass though from Balotelli. Ings getting in behind Harley Dean, beating the goalkeeper Goddard. And Burnley now go 2 goals clear. And have made Birmingham pay for those 3 missed opportunities in between the first and the second goals. Goal number 7 for the season. It's turned into another prolific season for Danny Ings. Let me tell you that. Since Balotelli came to the club earlier this year, he's really come on leaps and bounds with his goal scoring, Danny Ings. Now look, Bardio. Birmingham up to try and get back into it. Harp is in there. Rooney did well. Hughes. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Welby might get there on the far side. Oh, he's done so. Alex Welby, free. That was a slick, beautiful passing move by Burnley here. Colin was very slow though to react. And he just gave Welby that little bit of a sniff there to take the ball, get through on Goddard's goal, and smashing it just inside the far post. And there is goal number 3. Burnley 3 up, 34 minutes gone. And looking in absolute complete control of things here. And Birmingham, with those 3 missed opportunities, will be regretting it now. Gary Bunk standing there on the far side, the Birmingham manager, wondering what's hit his team here in this first half. Alexander-Arnold giving away once more now. PK. Hughes, still another 5 minutes to go incidentally before the break, and Alexander-Arnold now making a good burst. That's his shot. Good save by Goddard. Corner kick. And that was on target, and Goddard having to react well to keep it at 3-0. No doubt about it now. Birmingham City on the rack. Rooney's corner. Comes out to Welby. First shot was blocked, and Captain Bell blocked the follow-up. Alexander-Arnold. Rooney. Roberts intercepts. Captain Belt. We're into 3 added minutes, incidentally, folks, at the end of the first half. Arp. Welby back to Eaton. Oh, and he's been blocked. Charged down. A good tackle there. Eaton pounces on it. At the end of that, it's a little bit of a heart-stopping excitement. Referee Scott blows time. Well, it's 3-0 to Burnley. Hughes, Ings and Awobi the scorers, but Birmingham have actually played quite well. Could have had 3 themselves. They had 3 opportunities, but didn't take them. Half-time here at Turf Moor. Burnley 3, Birmingham City 0. Welcome back to the second half. They've just kicked off here at Turf Moor, the second half, and Arp has come off for Birmingham, and Brock Marsden is the man who replaces him. Pires to Adams. Back to Pires. Now Che Adams. Trippier. Burnley, remember, 3-0 up. They haven't made any substitutions as so far. Balotelli. That one going. Gleeson. Brock Marsden. And now Robertson. Back to Tom Heaton. To Welby. Burnley back on winning ways on Wednesday night after a dismal 3-1 defeat against leaders Everton last week at Goodison Park. Bouncing back, and this was always the perfect game, certainly in league terms, to bounce back from. But Birmingham have given as good as they've got really today, and should be applauded for trying to make a good fist of it. Alexander-Arnold. Wonderful control. Good firm challenge though. Perez to bring it away. Adams. Birmingham have got a tough fixture. They've got the leaders to come, in fact, at St Andrews on the 23rd of November. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, the idea was good to try and play it into Balotelli. That's a good ball played in, and and Birmingham almost in there for one. They nearly pulled one back. Rooney. Lucky Barkio. Brock Marsden is through. Brock Marsden's cross turned away once more. Danny Ings. Hughes. Harley Dean against Mario Balotelli. Birmingham a little more disciplined in the second half. We're just over halfway through the second half. Last 20 minutes. Captain Belt. Perez. Adams. Perez for Birmingham. Tom Eaton there. He's got Wayne Rooney on his way. Rooney. Oh, and here's a chance now for Mario Balotelli, but he can't run it through, and Goddard was quickly off his line. Gleeson. It's a good ball to Brock Marsden. And again. Robinson getting a good foot in. 12 minutes left. A lot better from Birmingham. Now then, Brock Marsden. And it's Gleeson now for Birmingham. But it just will not stick. And Heaton's kick is a good one. Alexander-Arnold. Good stop by Captain Belt. Adams. Oh, good play. Well, what's the referee giving here? I think he's given. Is he giving a penalty? Well, yellow card has gone out. 4 minutes left, and Burnley has conceded an unnecessary yellow card. I think he's given a penalty here. Is he given a penalty? No, I think he might have given a free kick here. Gleeson about to come on. 4 minutes to go. It's gone quickly this second half, and Brannigan will come on for the remainder. It is a free kick. Brannigan may well get his first touch here. Now it's going to be Adams. Well, that's the best chance Birmingham have fashioned in the second half. It was wide of the target. Off comes Captain Belt, and Indoy will come on for Birmingham now. A well-beaten side in the end, and they've given a better account of themselves here in this second half, despite the fact that they are still trailing by 3-0. As you heard over the tannoy, Will Hughes gets the Man of the Match award. 2 added minutes at the end of the game. Rooney. And Graham Scott brings, in fact, really a lacklustre second half to a close. All the excitement really came in the first half. Burnley were worthy winners in the end, 3-0, but Birmingham gave a good account of themselves defensively and kept it at 3-0. Goals from Hughes, Ings and Welby were enough, but Birmingham could have had 3 themselves, maybe 4 in that first half, but just didn't take the chances. They had a free kick that just went wide. Burnley didn't offer much, but they didn't have to. They were comfortable in the end. Final score then, Burnley 3, Birmingham City 0. So 3 crucial points there needed in the bag, and now the gap down to 3 points. With the Newcastle game very much looming large, Manchester United in third, and we're 5 points ahead of United in third place, which is where we want to be at this stage. Now, obviously, Everton are the team to catch at the moment. Newcastle are our next opponents, and Newcastle at the moment, they're not doing too badly in the league themselves. So this was always going to be a tough test going to St James's Park. But I have to say, Birmingham in that last game had opportunities really to score in that match, and it was really, really difficult. Meanwhile, we're accepting offers for loans for young Reece Bennett, the goalkeeper. Cambridge United have shown a bit of an interest in trying to sign him at the moment. But as we say, Newcastle actually down in the bottom 3 like Birmingham City. So it was always still going to be tough though, as we took on Rafa's men at Turf Moor. But we were more than capable enough in our own minds to take the points. But Newcastle at St James's Park, and when Newcastle's backs are against the wall, never write them off, because Newcastle, with the St James's Park crowd behind them, have a really fearsome reputation. But it was up to Burnley now. Professionalism was the key here. It had to be professionals' care at St James's Park, and that's where we're going now for our second match, as we reject an offer from the Ecuador Association to manage their team, and we just want to concentrate on Burnley at the moment. But let's get over to St James's Park and what was going to be a crucial afternoon at the top and the bottom of the Premier League as we took on Newcastle. Welcome along to St James's Park, where Burnley, who are 3 points behind Everton in second place, are to try and close that gap against Newcastle United, who are down in the bottom 3, 19th in actual fact with just 6 points, but not far, only 2 points away from getting outside that bottom 3. So still plenty of incentive for Rafa's team, but Burnley make 3 changes, but we'll tell you that in just a second. But Burnley, I can tell you, are the top scorers with 27 goals. Everton and Manchester United with 22, Chelsea with 19, Watford with 18, completing the top 5 scoring teams so far in the Premier League. So let's have a look at let's have a look at the Newcastle team. That Rafa Benitez's pick. Barbosa gets the nod in goal. Then it's Gomez, Mbemba, Good, and Taylor across the back. Atsu, Aiden, Colback, and Aaron's the midfield 4. Yosselu will play as the false number 10, and Adam Armstrong, the young lad, local lad, gets an opportunity. So the likes of John Joe Shelby will have to make do with a place on the substitutes bench. Burnley make 3 changes from their comfortable 3-0 win over Birmingham last week. They start, of course, with Heaton in goal, and it's the same back 4, Trippier, PK, me and Robertson. That never changes. Gray comes back from suspension. Hughes, Rooney and Schürrle as well, and Tammy Abraham gets the nod ahead of Balotelli. Ings is rested, but he is amongst the substitutes. So we're all set to go. Referee today is Lee Mason from Bolton. Newcastle in those black and white stripe will attack the Leeds' end in the first half. Or attack the Gallagate, sorry, in the first half. Burnley the Leeds' end. Away the lads. Swung out around this famous old ground. Both teams who have real passionate support will make it a real interesting game. Armstrong. Here's Damari Gray. Trying to turn Tammy Abraham in behind. Header one. Rooney. Aiden has won it back. And a penalty, I think, has been given against Ben Mee. Could be problems here. Lee Mason shows the red card. And that has not gone down too well with the Burnley fans. Now what happened here? Well, he's not exactly denying them a clear goal scoring opportunity. I think that's a harsh one. It is a penalty. Clearly not a red card. So Joselu could make it 1-0 to Newcastle. And he has done a disastrous start for Burnley here at St James's Park. Joselu scores, and Heaton, to his eternal credit, nearly got there, but it's Newcastle a goal up and a man up. And the Gallagate end is in raptures. There's no qualms about the award of a penalty. There's no doubt Ben Mee conceded the penalty, but was it enough for a red card? One has to question Lee Mason's decision there. But there's not any doubt the penalty was emphatic. It's only his second goal in the league this season, and second bottom Newcastle leads second top Burnley, who are down to 10 men, by a goal to 0. But that is the worst possible start for the Clarets, who, according to the bookies, were going to be odds-on favourites. Now then, Rooney. Burnley really need to get their A-game going. At the moment, they don't seem to have started very well. It's a big blow losing Ben Mee at this early stage. Since he's going to just keep persevering, he needs to play as much attacking as he can. Armstrong. PK. Onus will be on him now to perform, and the likes of Hughes. And Hughes is going on his own, and he might still have the capabilities and the skill, but he's turned nicely there. Hughes, he might break. Balotelli just wouldn't fall for Tammy Abraham even. Now Robertson. Sheller, oh, that's a poor ball. It's a man down and halfway for Newcastle. This is Rooney though for Burnley. Run so many times here, Rooney in the red of Manchester United. 22 minutes gone. Joselu's penalty the difference. It's Newcastle who lead. Aiden. And Armstrong. Right across the face. Abraham's flick. Balotelli. He's using to it. Balotelli once again. Oh, it's nicely played here to Damari Gray. Balotelli's volley! And good save there by the goalkeeper. That keeps Newcastle 1 up still in this lead. Here's Rooney. Deflection. Offside against Tammy Abraham. As we approach half an hour gone, Rooney's shot initially blocked, and as you can see, he's a good yard and a half offside there, Tammy Abraham. I'm sure there will be big questions asked by Stutzy as the legitimacy of the red card. Was it needed to be shown? Here's Atsu, and Newcastle almost profiting there. Joselu involved again. Atsu with the run, and Joselu with the final shot. Scuff wide of the target. PK. covered well. I suppose you've got to take the conditions into account. Here's Robertson. They're still ambling forward, Burnley, despite the fact they're down to 10 men. Robertson! It's a great save. It was a great run from Robertson. He just went virtually untracked all the way. And the goalkeeper here, Barbosa, making an outstanding save. Wayne Rooney with the corner. PK's header! And it's gone in! The goal's given! Shirley will claim it! And the 10-man are level! 1-1. There's the goal decision system. Hawkeye telling us all that has just crossed the line. But not by much, I can tell you. But it crossed the line all right. 1-1. Just the merest deflection, kicks a couple of deflections, comes off the post and in it goes. Hawkeye definitely decided that was over the line, and Lee Mason's watch was bleeping as soon as that crossed the line. No doubt at all, the direct decision was made, and Burnley have reacted well and are back level. Balotelli, Tammy Abraham. That really gives Burnley a new lease of life. This shows how good a team they really are to bounce back from an injustice of being down to 10 men. Not the injustice of giving away a penalty, that's not in dispute. But it was in dispute was the red card. And Joselu for Newcastle! And that's just about trickled in. And Newcastle again take the lead, and Joselu's got two. PK found wanting, and Tom Heaton here should really be saving that for me. Hits the bottom of his chest, goes through his legs and trickles into the net, and once again the Garrigate goes wild. Further the season, he's got two in one game, Joselu. So Burnley behind again in this game. Here's Damari Gray. Still Gray. Still Gray. Side netting. Well, he's made 10 appearances and scored 3 goals, but that is probably one of the more fortunate goals he'll ever score in his career. And Tom Heaton, who rarely makes mistakes, well, I'm afraid he's made one here. He only probably makes one mistake a season like that. But it's given Burnley a 2-1 deficit, which is going to be the case here at half time. Well, Newcastle took the lead after a penalty. That's not in dispute. Should have been sent off. That would be the question. Joselu converted from the spot. Heaton unlucky. Then Burnley got themselves level with Shirley's goal that just crossed the line. Joselu through Heaton's legs gives us a scoreline of Newcastle 2, Burnley 1. Burnley with it all to do in the second half. Welcome back to St James's Park. Burnley are 2-1 down and a man down. They get us away attacking the Garrigate in the second half. There's no good news elsewhere because Everton, the league leaders, are winning 1-0 at Birmingham as the shot comes in from Trippier and a corner kick straight away to Burnley when it could have so easily been the equaliser. Barbosa with the save. As we see there, good goalkeeping. But Everton winning at Birmingham, so it's not really good news for Burnley. They really need a result here to keep the pressure up on the men from Goodison Park. Rooney with a corner. Hughes is there. PK! Goal kick. Typical centre-back's finish. John City not impressed. Despite the fact that it was his centre-back who actually had the shot. Charlie Taylor, former Burnley player. His first appearance against the Clarets since his move from Burnley to Newcastle. Heaton coming a long way out and definitely out of his ground. Armstrong! Well, Newcastle had Burnley there on a platter. And all Armstrong had to do was hit the target either side of Heaton. And that could have been Newcastle well and truly out of sight. And Burnley 6 points behind Everton. Trippier. Still in it, however, at 2-1. Trippier gave himself too much to do. Here's Joselu on the hat-trick, of course. Trippier's almost there. Aarons. Robertson getting there for Burnley. Really need a shot in the arm now to get back into this. Still Robertson. Oh, he dwindled on the ball far too long. Newcastle take on the league leaders next as well. And they'll be hoping, well, Burnley will be hoping to do them a favour. 61 minutes on the clock. This is Robertson. It's running out of puff here, Burnley, at the moment. Rooney intercepts, but here's Armstrong. And Atsu! And they've had 2 chances, Newcastle, but haven't taken them. And Dembele's going to come on for Burnley. They have to go for broke now, despite the fact they are down to 10 men. And Moussa Dembele is going to get his opportunity. And Sutsi Sabi down in Inks for the Atletico Madrid game in midweek. That's why he's not playing today. Newcastle playing with a real swagger about them. Joselu, and it's 3! And it's a hat-trick for Joselu. That could kill off Burnley's chances here and now. The whole place has erupted here at St James's Park. Mistake by Rooney. And before PK could get in there, Joselu smashed it in off the post. Heaton absolutely floundering, no chance at all. They were beaten in their last league game away from home at Everton, and they're being taken to the cleaners, I'm afraid, the Clarets, by Newcastle United. Joselu hits a hat-trick, and Burnley now in big trouble. Gray can't go all the way. 20 minutes for Burnley to at least try and pull 2 back and force a leveller. Newcastle picking them off well here. Atsu. Hayden now. And Burnley again at 6s and 7s. And a real disaster for Burnley as Isaac Hayden comes off. Seve comes on. Newcastle's throw. Atsu. Pull back across. Sabier. Colback. And another shot straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. Mitrovic also on for Newcastle. Gray. Hughes. That's a better ball. Now then. Balotelli. Off the post. Schiller can't hit the rebound home. Should have been 2-all. Jonjo Shelby coming on for Jack Colback. Alex Iwobi replacing Andre Schiller with 10 minutes to play. It's just not been Burnley's day. Nothing has gone right for them. Wayne Rooney then. PK. Barbosa, one of Newcastle's many heroes, with a good save. Robertson. Hughes. Oh, he ran into traffic. Sabier winning the ball well. Oh, this is Mitrovic. Great save. Aarons. Saved by Heaton. Could have been 4-1 then. Here's PK now. Trippier. Ray. Dembele. Balotelli. Last minute of the game. Joselu, man of the match. Not surprised. Mitrovic now the sub. Through. Atsu! Should have been 4-1. Well, it's turning into an absolute rout now for Newcastle. They're just picking Burnley off at will here. Seconds remaining here. Big win here for the Geordie nation. Here's Trippier though. Balotelli's there. And the whistle has gone from Lee Mason. And it's a day that Joselu will not forget in a hurry. 3 goals to him, 1 from the penalty spot, a lucky goal past Tom Heaton to make it 2-1, and a terrifically taken third off the post. Burnley did make it 1-1 with a goal that just crossed the line, but Burnley struggled with 10 men, with Ben Mee harshly sent off in the penalty incident. But it's Newcastle who take the spoils here in the rain at St James's Park. The final score, Burnley beaten 3-1 by Newcastle. Well, it wasn't meant to be. Good win there for Newcastle. We'll give them credit there. Again, Burnley went at the races, and the gap again 6 points. And with Chelsea right up our backsides now, a point behind, with Man United 2 points further back behind us. The top 4 is starting to tighten up, but Everton up to 30 points. They won against Birmingham. Newcastle back out of that danger zone with a win. They deserved it against us. They didn't play like the team that started in the bottom 3. And I said we had to be cautious and we had to be tough, but we didn't do that. And in the end, we paid the ultimate price. So we've lost 2 games out of 12. We've won 7 and drawn 3. And it's the drawn 3 bit that worries me a little bit, because it's a real disappointment. But having said all that, we had to go back. We have to look back. We have to look forward now, because we've got some crucial games coming up. Champions League, 2 more games, starting with Champions League away at Atletico Madrid. Big match for us this, because we really need to win this game to get back in there, and also, as well as that, a home match with Watford in the Premier League. So join us for episode 142, episode 143 very soon. Bye bye.